giant India. And rightly, around 5 years back, we have started this initiative of creating digital data repository in the council. And these digital resources are going to be useful. And best part is that all these resources, all these repositories have been developed in-house development, and we are learning from this development. And of course, there may be some limitations of the facilities in these repositories, but my request to colleagues is that let's go on improving upon them, and finally we'll get a world-class repository on this. Our repository has been gaining recognition internationally. CGIAR wants to have collaborations with us, particularly with the publication repository. GFAR, Global Forum for Agriculture Research, has provided a link. We had a question in IAS preliminary test series. Data.gov.in recognized the efforts made by ICR. We have basically require a mindset change for sharing our data. Many of the journals now want that data for paper submission requirement is there, and most of our colleagues are submitting data at Mendeley, which is at UK and other countries handled by those countries. But same can be achieved by uploading data in our own repositories. It gives us the unique URL, and I am happy to share the success of one data submitted by NBAGR and one submitted by IRI in this regard on our own data inventory repository, and their papers have been published in high impact factor journals, and this unique URL has been shared in those papers. We had a good progress in the repository development. I'll get another time after the inauguration session for sharing all the development, and my request to all colleagues is that please sensitize all the colleagues to share their data, all kind of data, that may be publication data, both spatial and attribute, that may be videos, that may be mobile apps, that may be any other kind of data on the Krishi portal. And my request to all the institutes is that provide their YouTube and social media links so that same can be shared on the portal. And another request is that each one of us should see the portal regularly and suggest for the updates. This initiative is also helping in properly maintaining the links by the institutes. And recently there had been examples from IIWBR Karnal and CIFT where their links were not working, and when we told them, they could correct their links. And the expectation from this workshop, particularly in one, if I have to say in one line, is that we need to develop mechanism and strategy to have all geospatial data on GeoPortal and linking other repositories on this portal. And finally, we need to institutionalize this mechanism, and I think this workshop will go a far place to make that roadmap draft ready. We should be able to have one draft of the roadmap ready by the end of the day, and I wish the deliberations in the workshop a success. And once again, welcome you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, for giving the quick remarks and overall achievements and the progress we made and what is the future line of work we would like to do. Thank you once again. I request our Honorable Director, NBS and LUP, Dr. P. Chandran sir, for his quick remarks.
Good morning, Honorable Deputy Director General sir, NRM, Dr. Chaudhary sir, PI of the project, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. T. Ahmad, Director ISRI, and our honorable guests from other centers, Dr. Rajatia, Dr. Hemant Kumar, Dr. Srinivasan of RRC, and Tarapure from Intergraph, and all other PI of this important project on GeoPortal. Friends, everybody knows the importance of GeoPortal and its use by different organizations. NBSS and LUP is also developing a Bhumi Geo portal is a part of Krishi portal, then there are some problems associated with that. Is many people are complaining that they are not getting the information what they want of their own choice. That means the data what we are developing and giving into the Geo portal has to be taken directly. It is very difficult that whatever data we are developing can be taken directly by the users, but we have to do some homework. That is one of the problems faced by the NBSS and LUP, that the data, they are telling that the data is not user friendly. The other problem is how we can get the interoperability what we are talking about from different geoportals, how we can get the data and how we can develop the database that can be used by all. Sir, when we share a data, my just opinion is that when we share a data, okay, anybody can use it. Can we develop a technique or mechanism that the shared data, whatever the engineering they have done, can be get back to the geoportal? Is it possible? Then some other persons can also use the data for their work. That type of interoperability, if it develops, then it will be very good. I hope this meeting will discuss all the intricacies of sharing the data and also how this geoportal can be a huge database that can be used by Indian agriculturists, policy makers and others in future. Thank you very much and wish you all the best in this endeavor. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable suggestions and giving some important thoughts to proceed further. So we once again thank you for your valuable remarks, sir. Now I request Dr. Takir Ahmed, Director ISRI. He is the lead center of this Krishi program. So I request Dr. Tahir Ahmed sir for his remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. Honorable DDG NRM, Dr. S.K. Chaudhary ji, respected Director NBSS LUP Nagpur, Dr. P. Chandran ji, Dr. Rajiv Shrivastava, Head RSA Division, NBSS LUP Nagpur, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, PI Krishi, ISRI, Dr. O.B. Reddy, Principal Scientist and CCPI Krishi, all the guest speakers who have joined for this one-day expert meeting, nodal officers of Krishi project, and most importantly, all the Krishi team of ICAR who are working entirely for the success of this Krishi project. On behalf of ICAR, ISRI, and on my own behalf, I would like to welcome you all to this inaugural session of virtual meeting on ICAR Krishi Geo Portal, Spatial Data Infrastructure and Applications Way Forward. We are fortunate to have our Honorable DDG, Dr. S.K. Chaudhary ji, to chair the session as very rightly pointed out by PI Krishi, that our Honorable DDG is the guiding force right from the beginning of or inception of this particular study. We all know that this is ICAR Research Data Repository for Knowledge Management, and it has different repositories, including experimental data repository, survey data repository, observational data repository, technology repository, publication repository, and one of the important one that is ICAR Geo Portal repository. In this meeting, we all have gathered to discuss the spatial data infrastructure and its application along with its way forward. We know that Geospatial Data Portal was aimed to make available this portal to all the stakeholders. We aim that the geo-reference data should be available, that is on climate, soil, cropping system and land use pattern to the users of ICAR, and this should be under open access. But as already been advocated by our different speakers, that there are issues as far as sharing of geospatial data is concerned. It is not that directly we will be in a position to share the data. It has to be in different layers, and those layers are to be shared with the users. So this meeting is of course a virtual meeting due to COVID-19 problem, we all know. But this has given us the chance to discuss sitting at our own places. And one important aspect of this type of meeting is we get the participation of more number of experts, people for the meeting. And we see over here also. So the experts from different organizations who will be deliberating during this one-day meeting on Geo Portal, I expect that the fruitful deliberations will be there between the experts as well as between the Krishi team. And at the end of the day, fruitful recommendations will come out. The aim, as we know, that the aim of this workshop is to have a roadmap how to share the data, that geospatial data, what should be the mechanism to share this type of data. We have succeeded a lot, we have progressed a lot, but still a long way to go. So I wish all the best for this one-day virtual meeting and hope that the fruitful recommendations will come out of this virtual meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Zakir sir, for your very very valuable remarks, and given the vision actually how to move forward. based on the whatever the experience we gained in this last 4-5 years. Thank you, sir, for your valuable remarks. Now I request our Honorable DDG NRM, Dr. Suresh Kumar Chaudhary Saab, who is instrumental, in bringing this Krishi to this stage. So when we started, sir.
Obi, I have one submission here.
Sir.
If it doesn't disturb your program so much, I would like to listen to Rajendra Prasad's presentation. What I am finding is that he is going to present on expectation and way forward.
Yes, sir.
I would like to listen this presentation first before making my remarks.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Please call Rajendra Prasad.
Yeah, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, can you please?
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
I'll just share the screen.
Yeah, please.
Is it visible?
Yes, make it in slide view.
Yeah. Basically, this is for the colleagues who have joined first time, that this initiative is for implementation of ICAR research data management guidelines, which were prepared and circulated in the council. And this initiative was taken in the form of a project, ICAR Research Data Repository for Knowledge Management. And we initiated under the guidance of the council and the DDG NRM and DDG Engineering, a portal Krishi, knowledge-based resource systems hub for innovations in agriculture. And this is important, as all of us know, that data management and research data repository are bloodline of research systems and IPRs. But I would like to bring to your kind notice the remarks from our Honorable Secretary Dare and DG ICAR in the 4th Nodal Workshop, Officer in Charge Workshop held on December 10/11/2019, and where he said that the nomenclature for Krishi may be changed to Agricultural Knowledge Resources and Information System Hub for Innovation. This is basically we are planning to change all this knowledge-based resources information system hub for innovations in agriculture to this agricultural knowledge resources and information system for innovation. And if any of the colleagues who have joined have some suggestions, can send to us within a week so that we can change on our websites. As all of you know, that our data management guidelines were approved on March 12, 2014, and which were circulated in October 2014. And this initiative was started to be exec on July 24, 2015. Therefore, within around 50 days from now, we'll be completing 5 years of this initiative. We have gone through ups and downs. Finally, we had been able to some success, which has started bearing fruits. We have worked under the guidance and monitoring from the steering committee, and there are some core institutes identified. This is a 3-tier structure, steering committee, and then core institutes for framework development. That is basically the role of the core institutes, and all ICAR institutes at the partner centers. ISRI, NARM, NBSS LUP, IRI, DKMA, CRIDA, CMFRI, and any other need-based institute can be associated with this. And this is basically a phase-wise development, and we are going towards phase-wise development. And this is at every institute, we have officer in charge data management who is responsible for quality and timeliness of data. These are the 6 repositories planned: experimental data repository, survey data repository, observational data repository, publication repository, technology repository, and geoportal. To begin with, separate development of each repository has been taken up. But now I think the time has come that all should be linked together. And one initiative in that direction has already been made, creating a dashboard where all information regarding all the repositories is available at one place. I will show you at the end of this presentation. But I wish that through this workshop, we identify some mechanism that all these can be linked to geoportal. Particularly, all spatial data should come to the geoportal, and they should be visible through geoportal dashboard for the organizations. We have to follow the principle of FAIR, attached to findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. One thing we have to keep in mind, that basic aim of creating this central data repository is that all data lying in silos in all the institutes has to come in digital repositories and possibly in central data repository. And then applications can be start building on that. Already we have, nobody will be making misuse of that data, because already we have ICR data use license in place, that how anybody can make use of the data available here. And second part is that once the data is available in central data repository, a unique URL is generated, and that says that so and so and this team or this institute has developed this data. We are working on standardization of formats, common tables, ACRIP information systems, experimental data repository, data inventory repository, improving data accessibility to researchers through observational repository. ICR GeoPortal is basically at present a combination of restricted and open access, and we have to come out in this roadmap that what should be in the open access and what should be in restricted access, what should be through web map service and what should be through web feature service, and what should be through, what data should be made available through other web services like GeoJSON. Enhancing organizations' visibility we are doing through publication repository, which is an open access, and for sensitive publications, embargo can be placed. Technology repository is an open access. Video and audio gallery is another open access, and then single window access to all ICR Institute initiatives. The good part of this initiative is that each of the researcher in the council is a stakeholder in this repository. Using icr.gov.in email ID, anybody can submit the data, and data as per the definition is publication, data, drawings, software codes, samples, anything is data. And at present the decision is that all genomic resources, that is will be with the bureaus, whatever they are taking. That bioinformatics data will be with the grid, and all other things which are required for pursuing the research or showing the proof of the research has to come to the central data repository, that is the Krishi portal. Then in every institute we have officer in charge data management, and approval is given by the officer in charge data management, and a mail goes to the submitter as well as to the director of the institute. We also have the mandate to have information system for all ACRIPs, as ACRIPs centers do not have icr.gov.in email ID. Therefore, their authentication is done through the database authentication. Objectives of this ICR research data management are to develop knowledge repositories related to proven technology and publication, which we have already done. Only need is to strengthen them. To develop unit level experimental survey, observational data, and standardization of analysis data. Part of this has been achieved and part has to be done. To create agricultural geoportal for strengthening visualization and analysis of data. A lot has been done, but more lot has to be done. And this today's workshop is basically to find out what is our vision, long term as well as short term, and ways and means to achieve that vision should be prepared from this meeting. To develop agriculture knowledge portal to provide access to manage knowledge repositories. Just coming to some of the outline achievements of this portal, we have a single window access where we have given links to online resources of ICR institutes. At present, 350 plus ICT applications in 16 broad categories are available on this resource. We have more than 250,000 page views across 650 cities of 110 countries. In publication and data inventory repository, wherein we can submit any publication. It is published, unpublished, it is institutional publications, research paper, preprint, leaflet, pamphlet, news items, codes, catalogs, anything that can be submitted by choosing appropriate publication type, and also along with proper metadata. At present, we have more than 35,000 publications and 700 data sets in data inventory from 107 institutes. And I'm happy to share that we have more than 5 lakh downloads, including those fetched by other sites. This repository is being indexed in Google Scholar, Byfield search engine, and directory of open access repositories. Therefore, basically, once a publication is uploaded here, that has a view across the globe, and our visibility gets enhanced, our citation gets enhanced. And my request here is, normally we upload the institutional publications on institute websites. What we can do is we can upload those publications directly to the Krishi portal. This is my request to all nodal officers, that they can be uploaded directly to the Krishi portal, and unique URL which gets generated can be linked with the institute website. Therefore, simultaneously the repository will be updated and populated, and simultaneously individual institute can have their own repositories. Interportal harvester, this is basically we are harvesting the metadata from all open access repositories in the country. We have last month we have also added all open access repositories of all the 15 CGIAR centers to it. Therefore, at present today we have 5,65,000 metadata records for unified search from 36 repositories. This is a very good resource and can be used for literature search. I think colleagues who are should start using it, and also we should ask our students to start using it for unified search. And my request that at present we are harvesting data from 36 repositories. If you are in knowledge of other repositories which are particularly useful for the agriculture research, they may be shared. We start harvesting metadata from there. At present, we are looking for Kansas State Agricultural University, USA, then CSIRO, Australia, INRA from China and Brazil and others, but we are not yet able to find out their links. Once we are able to find out, we will be putting those links here. In technology repository, we have 1150 technologies in public domain from 66 institutes. Other institutes has yet to start uploading technologies. My request to all those that they should start uploading technologies. And these all technologies are available through ICAR Technology mobile app. Any technology which is uploaded in the repository automatically becomes available through this mobile app. And I'm happy to share that at present more than 1,000 downloads of this mobile app have already happened. Then video and audio gallery. This is again a single window access to all audio, video of different institutes which are creating. And during this pandemic period, I'm happy to share that we could add 300 more video links to this resource. And many of the institutes have generated videos to reach to the stakeholders during this pandemic period. At present, we have 19, yes, sir? At present, we have 115 videos and 54 audios from different institutes. And I'm sure that many more are remaining. Therefore, institutes should share those videos and audios on this resource. Another thing which is very important from IPR point of view is that when we were uploading these videos of some of the institutes, it was found that there was a copyright violations in terms of music was taken from somewhere or some contents were taken from somewhere. We reported to those institutes. Therefore, the takeaway home is that whenever we give third-party contract for video and audio generation, we should tell them that they should not be using any copyright material from other sources. Then mobile apps are another resource which ICAR institutes have been developing. Today we have 183 mobile app links on this resource. And the 37 from SAUs, 30 from KVKs, and 21 from government agencies. We are also looking for their use. At present, 8 mobile apps from ICAR have more than 10,000 downloads worldwide. This mobile app I have already told. Then we have also developed a Find ICAR Institute initiative here, where selection-based reports for assemblies, institutes, regional stations for state, district, cities, postal address, all can be generated in Excel CSV format. Then intellectual property rights repository has also been created, where workflow-based repository for patents obtained in process is made available for researchers, policymakers. This also contains copyrights as well as varieties which have been submitted to PPVFRA for registration. Then to ensure interoperability among the different e-initiatives in the council, we have created 20 master tables on 20 different attributes. Use of uniform code across different e-initiatives can be initiated. These tables are available as web services in JSON and XML. Then Krishi dashboard has been developed. This I will be showing. For unit level data repository, we have already developed websites for 30 ECRIPs, and ECRIP information systems have been developed for 11. We are customizing another 8, but our mandate is that we have to finish this year all ECRIPs to develop their information system and bringing their data at one place along with standardization of analysis of data. Here we have to work hard this year, and this data also need to be brought in on the GeoPortal, at least in the form of dashboards. Mainly we would be requiring the support from our project coordinators. And then we have also developed workflow-based application for weather data. This can be hosted, and all those institutes which have weather stations, they can manual weather stations, they can upload their data on this. And in this application, we have built-in mechanism that if a particular code is linked with the institute website, then that data from that institute can be shown, and that institute website also along with the central data repository. Coming to GeoPortal, I think there are going to be several presentations on this, but this initiative is again in-house development, mainly ICR GeoPortal, and that development has been led by this ICR GeoPortal by Dr. V.K. Sahgal from IRI and NBSS LUP. Then this has 100 layers from 15 themes. Several institutes have shared their data sets, but we have identified several more institutes which have spatial data sets, and colleagues from those institutes I can see have joined this meeting. My request to all of them is that from this meeting take a challenge that data will be shared on the GeoPortal, and then applications can be developed from that portal. PGI CLIM is one application which we have developed in collaboration and support and for the NBPGR. Basically, Dr. Sunil Archak will be making a presentation on these initiatives today. Then crop residue burning points from IRI are being shown, paddy residue burning for 2018 and 19, wheat residue burning point for 19, and all India crop residue burning points for June 1, 2019 onwards have been made. Then several indices based on remote sensing data are also available from CREAMS. They have been synchronized here, and I wish that from this workshop, all data sets which are available in different GeoPortals at different institutes should come in synchronized mode at the central data repository at ICR GeoPortal, and then application development can take place. But those data sets as well as application will remain the property or the output from the institutes who will be developing them. We already have a node use performa, that is any colleague who is getting transfer or getting superannuated has to hand over the data to the second person. If institute have not already put this in the node use performa, this should be included. Then ICR data use license is there, quality research data execution guidelines is there, and we are working on comprehensive research data management guidelines. I'm happy to share that we were the first to put a LDAP authentication from ICR.gov.in email accounts, and now all applications in the council, maybe it is training management system, maybe it is foreign visit management system, maybe it is e-office, all are following the same rule. Therefore, in that way, we have shown the path to other applications, and this I have already shared. We are working on variety information system. Actually, its beta version is already ready and hosted. Refinement of frameworks will be a continuing process, adding reports as per user requirements, follow-up for populating repositories, customizing information system for other ECRIPs, and very important aspect will be synchronization with the other repositories in the council, and organization-wide implementation, regular training and implementation under supervision of SMD, and workshop training program sensitization for user and workshop, and this is one in that direction. From this workshop, we should come out with a mechanism and strategy to have all non-spatial and spatial data on central data repository, Krishi portal and ICR GeoPortal. And can we have branding ICR with this repository? That is basically the aim. All institutes should share their data sets and other things. We need to change our mindset. At least this pandemic has forced us to change our mindset towards e-initiatives. regarding this e-meetings and e-trainings and e-teaching. I remember that in NIIT Consortium on Strengthening Statistical Computing for NARS, we used it in 2010 webinars. And at least we had been having several training programs, lectures using these social media accounts. Good that it has gained acceptability now, and let us take advantage of this and go ahead in saving time and moving ahead. We need to organize, convene, and inspire. And I just for 2-3 minutes, I would like to show you the dashboard, real working of the dashboard. Website. These are the links where other links have been provided. You can see those. I'll straightway go to the dashboard. In dashboard, we can see that it shows what is available. Publications, data inventory, technology, video, audio, mobile apps, geo metadata, copyrights, patents, variety registration. I can see table SMD wise. All these data SMD wise, agriculture, education, engineering, extension. Anywhere I click, say, let me click here on NRM 10,289. All publications will be available here. I can search, say I want to search only NBSS LUP. All wherever in the title NBSS LUP is there. If I just click here, I can reach to the publication. Therefore, this is basically anything can be searched from here. All these aspects: publication, data inventory, technology, video, audio, mobile app. If you don't want to see if you want to see institute wise within the SMD, we can see. But if I want to see all institutes together, I can see all institutes together. Therefore, this is one very important resource which I would request that every one of us should be seeing. Similarly, we can see again, let me go to SMD wise and let us take mobile apps. Let me say mobile apps are here, say 4. Therefore, all these will be visible. I can click on anyone and go ahead. This is ICAR Technologies, right? Therefore, this is a very useful resource. All data which is available in the repository can be seen from here. Then we have also developed this spatial metadata and satellite monitoring, India crop residue burning events. These 2 applications have been developed. And this is the Find ICAR institutes, which I was talking about. One can see. If I just click on, say, if I see only the horticulture sciences and along with social media, it comes all the institutes. They can be, data can be exported. I can take on all aspects for them. I can select within the state. Say I want to see in the state of Maharashtra, how many ICAR institutes are there. Therefore, all information will come. Therefore, any way I can search this resource, and we should be going ahead with this. I think I'll be stopping here by saying that we should have targets today, our vision today, which should be highly ambitious enough. Because as Sundar Pichai said, when we write our company objectives, if we meet 70% of our objective, we consider that a success. If we meet 100% of our objectives, we write them ambitiously enough. Therefore, my request is let's write our vision document ambitiously enough, and also how strategy that how to achieve that from today's workshop. At the end, I would like to say that ज्ञान का संकल्प ही हमारी शक्ति एवं विकास का आधार. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, for giving the glimpse of the Krishi project and achievements and what we have to do in the future, and what are the expectations from the Krishi team and from the council. So thank you very much for giving the very elaborative details of the Krishi project. So now I'll go to the very important item. So now I request our Honorable Deputy Director General NRM, and Chairman Steering Committee of the Krishi Project, Dr. Suresh Kumar Chaudhary Saab. So he's instrumental right from the inception of this project. So in the beginning, actually, he called he and then Deputy Director General NRM, Dr. Sikka Saab, they called a few people and given the task how to go about it. So now you have seen, sir, right from the beginning to whatever the achievements we could able to do it. So without losing much time, I request our Honorable DDG Saab to give his introductory remarks and visionary thoughts, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Obi. Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Sir, please. Yeah, very much.
Okay. Dr. P. Chandran, the Director of NBSS LUP. Dr. Tawqir, the Director of IASRI. Dr. Rajan Prasad, the man behind the whole initiative and the whole drive. Dr. Rajiv Srivastava, the Head of Remote Sensing Division of NBSS LUP. And I also find colleagues from different regional station heads are also present. And Dr. Obi, Dr. P.S. Acharya, our valued colleague from PST, Government of India. Another valued colleague, Dr. Hemant Kumar, Principal Scientific Officer, TSCST Bengaluru. And Dr. G. Srinivasan, General Manager of ISRO RRSC Nagpur. And a team from Intergraph SGI India Limited, Private Limited, Hyderabad. And all the participants, I find many nodal officers are present in the deliberations. Initially, the number was very large. It reached up to 85 and now dropped to 65. Dear friends, Dr. Rajan Prasad has given the details of brief details. I will not say the details, but in brief, he has told about the kind of work we have done in this particular initiative. Although the whole team is very, very enthusiastic team and self-motivated team, we know that neither Dr. Sikka nor me, we were expert in this area, but it was the enthusiasm of this team which really shaped the initiative to this state. Otherwise, when we started, we were not aware of anything of this. The first time it was discussed, Dr. Ayyappan has given the responsibility to Dr. Sikka. I just came and joined as ADG in 2014, and in the month of January or February, this was discussed. And probably a meeting was there in Baramati. The then Honorable Agriculture Minister called one director conference in Baramati. And there some discussion emerged, wherein it was felt that we should have a kind of database by which we can showcase our technology to the whole world. Presently, we ourselves are not very clear what we have, and that gave a clue, and responsibility was given to Dr. Sikka. And we are not very much confident and we don't aware, but immediately we told the team, and this team has really made wonders, because that time nothing was there, no funds, nothing. So out of nothing, using the free resources, free domain softwares, this team tried to build by bricks. And I appreciate the efforts and sincere attempts of Dr. Rajendra Prasad and the whole team, that without any expectations, they kept working hard day and night. And today, we can see the kind of development we have in e-Krishi or Krishi portal, whatever we say. The dashboard Rajan Prasad has brought out is a wonderful development, and in a single window we are able to understand what kind of treasure is there inside. And I'm pretty sure even at present day, people are not using the Krishi portal, a great potential, and they are not tapping this potential to the extent possible. It was expected that people will use it more and more, and those who started using, they are up to it. They are not living it, and every day they come and open it. And probably you do not know how much treasure is inside. Publication repository he has shown, the publications, you can search publication institute wise, anything. The vision document, some I was searching in one institute's website for my review meetings, but it was not possible to retrieve from there. But from Krishi portal, I got in a single click. Similarly, the individual's publication, research papers also, many research papers are there. Many people they have put, but many people they have not put that, and for which the team cannot do anything. The responsibility was given to develop the framework, and I understand, and since I'm closely watching everything, I can say that the team was very successful in developing this framework. Although many components are there, many components are left, but still the kind of achievements we have in limited period, it is wonderful. I was expecting, because some institutions, there are some problems in spending, and many things could not be happened because of the slow pace of expenditure and because of the slow pace of development of required infrastructure for this project. I understand some of the big institutes, reputed institutes, they failed in utilizing full money. The kind of development Dr. Vinay Sehgal is showing every day, you can track the residue burning on this portal, rice residue, wheat residue, and all other residues together. This is happening because of the kind of personal interest these people have taken. Otherwise, I still feel that the required institutional support is up to that level which is required. Money is not a constraint. Enough funds are there, and every time we surrender money, we surrender fund. Because of some operational difficulties, we are unable to spend it, and that certainly reflects on our performance in this project. The self-motivated team and the kind of drive is there. Because of these two things, we are able to show this. Dear friends, the purpose of today's workshop, Dr. Rajan Prasad has said, and Dr. He also told about it. But the implementation issues which are there, still their implementation issues are there. And at the highest level, we know the steering committee is there. And steering committee, of course, till now, Dr. Algu Sundaram was leading it. DDG NRM, actually, on paper, DDG NRM is the chairman of steering committee, and we have very good understanding with Dr. Algu Sundaram and myself. So we together are trying to steer this, and right from beginning we are doing this. But when it comes to the institutional level, the kind of arrangement we have, officer in charge data management, and every institute has nodal officers also. So this kind of arrangement is there, but it is not effectively implemented in some of the institutes. This is a matter of worry for me, and DG also spoken these things. DG has his expectations. So in every meeting, he speaks his expectation very loudly, and we know that where is the handicap. The purpose of this Krishi portal is to create the framework. The team cannot go to every institute, sit there and update the information. The part of updation, the population of data is to be done by the institution. And for that, for the part of institutions, many a times, DG Sahab is very, very critical. He speaks very loudly, and he is very critical. And I really wonder and appreciate, in spite of very strong critics, the team, particularly Dr. Rajan Prasad, I find he loses heart, but for 1 or 2 days. And again, from third day, he starts with the same zeal and enthusiasm. So many a times, I also get inspiration from Dr. Rajan Prasad, a man who keep on working day and night, despite of many times he get discouragement from several corners. But even then, he doesn't leave working. He keeps on working. And he is always after me. Every day, he normally comes to my office early in the morning. Before sometimes I reach office, he is present. If he has to get something done, he'll be there. And the way he pushes papers and everything, it's wonderful. So, dear friends, following the frameworks is already developed. We have 2 steps authentication. You know already that we have email ID, credential, ICRGO.in. Now people started using, particularly in ICR headquarters. Earlier, even me, I was using Gmail ID earlier when I was ADG. But now, hereafter, there is no Gmail, nothing. Most of the officers, they are using our ICR.gov.in ID. And this is one great thing which came because of our efforts from this particular corner. Today's workshop, understand, to create agriculture geoportal for strengthening visualization and analysis of spatial data and provide services. The ICR geoportal has been designed and implemented in-house using open source technology that you all are aware of. And this geoportal provides information to more than 100 spatial maps layers. And this layers on 14 different themes for visualization as well as for query. And this portal provides a situation of paddy straw burning or wheat straw burning, and together both the straw burning. Dr. Vinay, recently you are also aware that in many meetings there is also sometimes they make query that how much area is sown. For example, now monsoon will come, and after monsoon, Kharif sowing will take place. So every weekly or fortnightly area sown, they ask. DAC has information, but that information normally our honorable ministers and others, they hardly rely on because that information get delayed. That information passed by the states. The states also collect information from the lowest possible hierarchy. So there is always a delay in that. So real-time estimates of area sown, if we can provide information on this also, and that also can be tagged with our geoportal, it will be a very, very great development. Please discuss with me separately and what kind of support you want, or what kind of help we can provide. We will see, and we want to have this. Similarly, the information on harvesting. How much area is harvested. This was particularly important this year because of the lockdown. The first lockdown, it came in the peak harvest season. So what best we can provide the information? Of course, Director IRI must have contacted you for that. So this information we need to give, and this Mehanovis Center also is supposed to give this, but sometimes they may not have the kind of information, the way we provide the information. And because their methodology is altogether different. Also, the workflow-based application for special and metadata repositories and satellite monitoring of India crop residue burn events, it has also been developed and it has been viewed in many platforms, including Niti Aayog. In Parliament also, several times we produce this. Many times in highest level discussion in Cabinet Secretariat, I use this information. DG also uses this information. And this is coming from the geoportal. Application of Rabi Kharif maize suitability area, it has also been developed. And another application, PGR CLIM, comprising of layers of germplasm, accessions of 10 crops, soil types, agroecological reasons, and 2 climatic variables, temperature and rainfall. And we are trying to bring more our automatic weather stations in this arena. And I'm also in the dialogues with our AICRP on agrometeorology. And the institutes which are out of this network, so whole networks of agrometeorological stations, the stations of IMD, the stations of ICR, and stations of ICR within NRM and outside NRM, because most of the crop science institute, they have weather stations. If we have this kind of chain, probably will we make better prediction, and at least this data will be hosted in one place. Of course, users can utilize that data in different forms and different manners, but at least somewhere some repository would be there. Dear friends, since we are doing so much so, and today's workshop is very specifically for geoportal and developing vision document on geoportal. So short-term and long-term goals and strategies to achieve the vision. And we require this, and we want to mention this in the forthcoming SFC of this project. in the coming EFC and SFC, we have to show what is new, which we are envisaging now, and what is new that is we are targeting. Because DG Saab and others, because they are interested in the final product. They don't want to understand our inner stories. Inner stories, we only understand and we only suffer. Because public outside and even higher officers and authorities outside, they are interested in the final product. Someday, DG Saab asks, please give me the publications which are produced by our scientists, above 6 rating, below 6 rating. So since those publications are not updated here, since people have not populated the information inside in this portal, therefore we do not have that information. Although framework is there, but information is not there. Now, if you say this to DG Saab, he will not listen to this. He will say, I have invested so much amount in this particular portal, and what is that you are not giving me the simple information. Therefore, this kind of vision document will help us for GeoPortal also. I find many areas. So far, we have linked our NBSS information with this, and Dr. Vinay is putting his information of crop residue burning. But I find there are many areas. For example, horticulture. The Dashehri growing area in Uttar Pradesh, or mango growing area in India, or Alfonso growing area in Maharashtra. How to put this area, how to project and how to map this area and put in GeoPortal. The marine fisheries, the kind of catches available, the kind of development which are there in M-Krishi portal, and there marine catches they are providing, can that information not be harvested and put in your GeoPortal? Can you not find out the potential fishery zone, inland fishery zone inside the country? Similarly, water bodies. In our IIWM Institute, just this morning, I talked to some of my colleagues. Can we not bring these water bodies in the form of a GeoPortal and link to our portal? Similarly, identifying applications on GeoPortal to be developed for research managers and stakeholders, because stakeholders will vary. Research managers, even researchers are different. Research managers are different. The same information, if you have to take to some other platform, then the shape of the information would be very different. Therefore, the present dashboard also it fulfill the needs of different stakeholders. So likewise, from GeoPortal, can we provide and develop the tools and techniques and the products for different stakeholders? Like other central repositories on Krishi portal, create some mechanism for online spatial data submission by the nodal institutions. Directly they can submit. This we may do by developing online forms for submission for different parameters. And at back end, these attribute values go to database tables. These database tables are then linked to GeoServer and then GeoServer application for thematic layer maps also. And institutes already working in GIS, geospatial data, should share their data, use the data available on GeoPortal, and add value to it, and also develop applications using the data. All spatial data sets available in the council should be available through ICR GeoPortal. When we say we have a GeoPortal, then a single GeoPortal should serve the need of all spatial data sets. And web services may be developed to sync data across portals in the council. Friends, for uploading the data and populating the repositories require a change in mindset. What Rajendra Prasad has shown in his last slide, that time has came now, and COVID has taught us. This virus has given so many lessons, and there is a urgent need to change our mindset. If we delay it anymore, probably we'll be lagged behind, and the world will move ahead, and we'll keep doing our old things only. And therefore, a required motivation and policy initiatives, this also requires to be there. And at highest level in ICR headquarters, we are trying to push these things, how to motivate people for this. We still have a long way to go and bring research data management as a part of research project planning, and scientists at individual level as well as at team level. This must be understood, because this is important, and there is a time to make it as a habit. Everybody should start thinking in this manner, and we should make it a habit now. Integration of developed repositories. Now we have 6 repositories. So there is a need for integration. Since our framework was developed that time, although there is a mechanism of integration, but further integration is possible. We can make it further easy. People should feel that it is very easy to operate, very easy to understand. And we also have some issues of operability and integration of developed repositories, ensuring interoperability with other information systems through APIs or OLAP. These are the techniques for dimensional modeling and visualization of the data. This will certainly help us. And this has to be done on a continuous basis. Therefore, the activity needs to be institutionalized with adequate financial and administrative support, which we'll be asking in this SFC memo. And from this point of view, today's meeting and the other short meetings which are proposed and next steering committee meeting would be of great importance, because this from here we'll get the ideas and we'll put our goal correctly and we'll make our ideas very clear in the next SFC level. And next SFC probably will be a very challenging SFC because we have already some infrastructure there. Now what we require is the kind of support for maintenance and kind of support for day-to-day activities, but adequate financial support will be there. Also, it needs to be linked properly in administrative hierarchy. First, whether it is part of ICR headquarter SFC memo or whether it will be part of IASRI. If it is part of IASRI, then it will be part of Education Division, SMD or what. So these things are to be very clear. And for that, we need to have very clear-cut administrative setup. But for that, we need to give our output in a very countable manner or in a very easy to understand manner to our DG. And many times I keep on updating him. I'm happy that this initiative and Krishi portal is being referred in many corners of the world. I find in some of the universities in Maharashtra, they are using this extensively. And this is our videos and the gallery we have, the apps, videos and publications. These are being downloaded and viewed in different corners. So slowly and slowly we are reaching, although we cannot make very rapid change or we cannot make some rapid development in this field, because this requires at the lowest level change in the mindset. When we say data comes with the kind of ownership. And we are trained in a system when our seniors used to keep their data to their heart. Even when we were as one scientists, we were very hardly able to get the information which was required. And from those days, now slowly, we are coming to a stage when we are talking of data sharing, data acquisition, data archiving, and so many things. And we have already our guidelines in this. I am very thankful to all the colleagues, the nodal officers, and particularly the team at the center stage, these five, 6 people. They are so great and so inspirational. Even I learn many things from them many times. So with these words, I stop here, and I wish you all the very best for today's workshop. And I'm looking forward for good deliberation. And I will be certainly Dr. Rajendra Prasad and Ovi Reddy will appraise me from the output of this workshop. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very valuable remarks. On the behalf of NBSS and LVP and the Krishi team, I profusely thank for your gracious presence and sparing your valuable time and giving your visionary remarks on many aspects of the portal, Krishi portal, and also ICR portal as a whole. And sir, you have touched many areas which we would like to work in future. It's like the potential crop growing areas like marine fisheries, then so many like grassland areas, then water bodies. So these all really, sir, which are very priority areas for us. So with your visionary remarks, sir, which helps a lot for our developing our program for the next coming 5 years for EFC or SFC. So we sincerely thank you, sir, for your sparing your valuable time and giving your advices and your thoughts to to stimulate the work of this Krishi portal in the coming years. So we sincerely thank you, sir, for your gracious presence and valuable remarks. I also thank Dr. Thakir Ahmad, the Director ISRI, for his sparing his valuable time and given a thoughts on various aspects of the Krishi portal, and which helps a lot in framing our future framework as well as the roadmap. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence and your remarks. I also sincerely thanks our director, Dr. P. Chandran, Director NBS and LVP, and all the heads of the divisions who joined in this meeting for their gracious presence and for their valuable inputs. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable inputs and presence. I also thank Dr. P.S. Acharya for his sparing his valuable time. He will be delivering a lecture shortly. So we are very much thankful you, sir, for giving this opportunity and to joining with us in this big team. And we also eager to listen to you from your side. We thank you to Dr. P.S. Acharya sir. I also thank Dr. Hemant Kumar from KSCST Bangalore, Dr. Tarapure from Intergraph, Dr. Srinivasan from RRSC, Dr. Sangeeta Rajankar from MRSAC, and of course, I sincerely thank Dr. Rajendra Prasad, PI of this program, for given this, the introductory remarks and glimpse of this work of this project, what we have achieved so far, and what is our future program. So with this, sir, I thank once again all the nodal officers and all the participants who have participated here in this very important and focused program of this today's, this Krishi portal program. So I once again thank one and all. And after this session, sir, we would like to start the technical programs. So with this,
thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir,
Sir.
in this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.